All right, so are you ready to dive into something new today?
Always ready to learn something new.
Okay, great. So today we're going to be looking at Heal 365. They're this wellness company, and honestly, their website has some pretty interesting stuff going on.
Interesting, how so?
Well, they have locations all across Malaysia. We're talking Georgetown, Sripetaling, Taman Pelangi, and they've got a new one opening up in PJ Uptown too, so they're obviously growing. But what really caught my eye was they combine like technology with more traditional wellness practices, bioresonance, infrared. They even offer cupping.
Yeah, I saw the cupping is making a comeback lately.
So we're going to look into all that today and basically try to figure out, is this company the future of wellness or is it just clever marketing?
Sounds like fun.
Let's find out. So I guess we should start with the basics. Like, what exactly is Heal 365 trying to do?
Well, according to their website, it seems like they're all about natural restoration and rejuvenation. They're calling what they offer in-house wellness solutions. And each session is a full 2 hours long. They really emphasize a personalized approach, which I guess makes sense. Everyone's body is different, right?
That's true, but I feel like every wellness company says that they're personalized. What makes Heal 365 stand out?
Yeah, that's fair. Well, they talk a lot about how they combine technology with expert guidance in their sessions. And they're pretty upfront about the fact that they're focused on things like enhancing relaxation, supporting overall well-being, and a strong commitment to quality and customer service. It's refreshing to see that kind of transparency.
Yeah, I agree. Transparency is definitely important these days. Okay, so that's a good start, but I'm really curious about the actual wellness solutions they offer, because they have a ton of different programs covering everything from relaxation and immune support to weight management and women's health.
It's quite a list.
It is. Where should we start?
Well, since pretty much everyone can relate to this, why don't we look at some of their programs for relaxation and muscle comfort? There's one called the Energy Vitality Session that caught my eye. It's RM119. And they use something called bioresonance energy waves, along with near and far infrared technology.
Bioresonance energy waves, that sounds pretty high-tech.
It does.
What exactly is that?
So from what I understand, it's based on this idea that our bodies emit very subtle electromagnetic frequencies. And this theory says that you can influence those frequencies to promote healing and balance, kind of like tuning a musical instrument to achieve harmony. Except it's your body and not sound.
Not sure I'm totally buying that, but I'm open to hearing more. What about the infrared technology? I've heard of that before for pain relief.
Right. Infrared radiation is basically just light energy that we experience as heat. Near infrared penetrates deeper into your body's tissues. And far infrared is absorbed more on the surface, so they're probably using both to target different areas.
Okay, that makes sense. So they're using this technology along with the bioresonance in this energy vitality session to help people relax and feel more energized.
That seems to be what they're saying, yeah. And they also have a bunch of other sessions for muscle comfort, all focusing on specific areas like the neck and shoulders, back and knees. Those range in price from RM219 to RM219.
Neck and shoulders, you say? I spent way too much time hunched over my computer. That neck and shoulder wellness session is sounding pretty good right about now. But before I book an appointment, I've got to ask about this energy cupping session. They're bringing back cupping.
Yeah, it seems like they're putting a modern twist on traditional cupping, which has been used for centuries to promote circulation and healing. I'm interested to see how they incorporate that into their whole approach.
Me too. It's interesting how they're mixing these ancient practices with modern technology. Like they're trying to give you the best of both worlds.
Exactly. And they also have this program called Men's Vitality Support for RM328. But their website doesn't really give us many details on what that is.
Maybe it's a secret men's business. We'll have to look into that later. And let's not forget about their lymphatic wellness session for RM328. They say it's all about promoting detox and balance, which is a pretty hot topic in wellness these days.
Definitely.
But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's stick with these relaxation and muscle comfort programs for now. What else do they have in that category? Okay, so we've talked about bioresonance and infrared, but I'm still not sure I totally understand how they actually work. Are there any studies or scientific evidence to back up their claims?
Yeah, that's a really good question. You always want to be careful about just believing what you see. While infrared therapy has been studied for things like arthritis and muscle soreness, the research on bioresonance is a bit more limited, and it's kind of controversial.
So are you ready so it's not exactly like mainstream
Always
science?
ready to learn something really.
Okay,
Some people
great.
who use
today we're gonna be
bioresonance think
looking
it can
at
help
Heal
with a ton of health
365.
issues,
They're this
but for the
wellness
most part, the
company,
scientific
and honestly,
community
their
considers
website
it
has
an
some
alternative
pretty
therapy.
interesting stuff
There's
going
just
on.
not enough evidence to
Well,
support
they have
all the
locations all
claims.
across Malaysia. We're talking
So it's a
Georgetown,
little bit of a
Sripetaling,
gamble
Taman
then. Like
Pelangi,
maybe you'll feel
and they've
better,
got a
but
new
there's
one
no
opening up in
guarantee it's
PJ
actually
Uptown,
doing
too,
what
so
they're
they're
saying.
obviously
It's
growing.
more about
But what
managing
really
your
caught my eye was they
expectations, I
combine,
think.
like,
If you're looking
technology
for
with
a
more
treatment that's
traditional
like
wellness
totally
practices,
scientifically proven,
bioresonance, infrared,
bioresonance
even offer
probably isn't the
cupping.
way to go. Yeah, I saw But if you're open to trying alternative approaches,
So we're going to look into
and if
all
you
that
find
today
that it
and
helps you
basically try to
relax
figure
or
out,
manage
is
pain,
this company the
then it
future
might
of
be
wellness,
worth
or is it
considering
just
as part of a
clever
bigger
marketing?
wellness plan.
Sounds like fun.
That makes
Let's
sense.
find
So it's
out.
all
So I
about
guess we should
figuring
start
out
with the
what
basics.
works best
What
for you.
exactly is
Before we move on,
365
can you
trying to
remind
do?
me
Well,
what
according
they
to their
say
website,
the
it
benefits
seems like
of
they're
that
all about
energy
natural
vitality
restoration and
session are?
rejuvenation. Sure. Based on their website, it's supposed to help you relax, boost your energy levels, and just improve your overall well-being. They use the bioresonance therapy along with near and far infrared to do that.
Okay, so if you're
That's
feeling
true, but I feel like
stressed or
every
just
wellness
run down,
company
maybe the
says they're
session could help. But
personalized. What
honestly,
makes
I'm
Heal
still really
365
intrigued by
stand
the
out?
cupping.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, let's talk about that energy cupping session. So traditional cupping uses these heated cups placed on your skin to create suction. And they're pretty upfront and it's supposed to improve blood flow, relieve muscle tension, and some people even say it helps with pain. This one at Heal 365 costs RM119.
I've heard that cupping can leave those circular marks on your skin.
Yeah, I
Is that
agree.
something I should
Transparency is
expect with their
definitely
energy
important
cupping?
these days.
Yeah, it's possible.
so that's a
They're
good
usually
start.
temporary,
But I'm
though. They
really
fade
curious
away
about
after
the
a few
actual
days.
wellness
Basically, it's
solutions they
just
offer.
bruising from the
Because they have
suction
a ton
breaking
of different
tiny
programs
blood vessels
covering
under your
everything
skin.
from
Interesting. Okay, so it
relaxation
seems like
and
they
immune
offer a
support
lot of
to
different
weight
services, and we haven't even
management
talked
and
about their
women's health.
programs
Quite
for
a
things
list.
like weight
It is. Where should
management
we
and
start?
women's health.
It's
Well,
true.
since
They
pretty
cover
much
a lot.
everyone can
In
relate to
addition to
this,
what we've
why don't
already
we look at
discussed,
some
they
of their
also have a
programs
program
for
called Men's
relaxation and
Vitality
muscle
Support
comfort?
for
There's one called the
RM328. I'm
Energy
really curious
Vitality
about
Session
what
that
exactly
come
that
out.
involves.
It's RM119.
But their website doesn't really say
And they
much.
use something called
Maybe it's some
bioresonance
kind of
energy
secret
waves,
men's
along with
business
near and
we'll
far
have to
infrared
investigate later.
technology.
Resonance energy
And we can't
waves.
forget
That
about the
sounds
lymphatic
pretty high
wellness
tech.
session
It does.
at
What exactly
RM328.
is
I've been
that?
hearing
So
so
from
much
what I
about the
understand,
lymphatic
it's
system
based on this
recently,
idea that
and
our
how
bodies
important it is for
emit
like detox
very
and
subtle
immunity.
electromagnetic Yeah, it's definitely important. Your lymphatic
And this
system
theory
gets
says
rid
that
of
you can
weight and
influence those
toxins from your
frequencies to
body.
promote healing
So that
and
session
balance.
might be
Kind
good
of
for
like
people
tuning
who
a
are feeling
musical
sluggish
instrument to achieve
or
harmony.
bloated.
Except
Or if you
it's
just
your
want to
body
support
and
your
not
overall
sound.
health and immune system.
Okay,
Not
I'm
sure
adding
I'm
that
totally
one to my
buying
list
that,
of things
but
to
I'm
look
open to
into. But
hearing
for now,
more.
let's switch
What
gears a
about the
little
infrared
and
technology?
talk
I've
about
heard
some
of
of
that
the
before
programs
for
they have
pain relief.
specifically
Right.
for
Infrared
women's
radiation is
wellness. I'm
basically
really
just light
interested in
energy
that
that we
menstrual
experience as
comfort
heat.
session.
Yeah, that
Near-infrared
one sounds
penetrates
like it could
deeper
be
into your
great for
body's
women who
tissues.
get bad cramps.
And far
It
infrared is
costs
absorbed more on the
RM328.
surface. So they're
And they're
probably
saying
using
it can
both
help
to target
relieve
different
pain and
areas.
discomfort
Okay,
from your
that makes
period.
sense. So they're using this
So this
technology
menstrual
along
comfort
with the
session, they're using
bioresonance in this energy
bioresonance to
vitality
try and
session
ease period
to help
pain.
people relax.
I don't know.
and
I'm a
feel
little
more
skeptical,
energized.
but
That
I'm
seems to be what
definitely
they're
willing to
saying,
try
yeah.
anything that
And they
might
also have a
help.
bunch of other
Yeah,
sessions
I get
for
that.
muscle
Have you
comfort,
heard of using
all focusing on
bioresonance for that
specific
before?
areas like
I've
the
seen
neck
some
and
people say
shoulders,
it helps
back,
with
and
cramps.
knees.
But again,
Those
there's not
range in
much
price
scientific
from
research to back it up.
RM219 to
It is
RM290.
interesting,
Neck
though,
and
how they're
shoulders, you
talking
say.
about
I've
this
spent way too
session
much time hunched
as a
over my
way to
computer.
actually
That
address
neck and shoulder
the
wellness
cause of the
session is sounding
discomfort
pretty good
instead
right
of just
about
like
now.
masking
But
the
before I book an
symptoms.
Right, like
appointment,
so many
gotta
pain
ask
relief
about this
options
energy
just kind of
cupping
numb you
session. They're
out for a
bringing
little
back
while,
cupping.
but they don't
Yeah,
really
it
fix
seems
the
like they're
problem.
putting a
If this could
modern
actually
twist
help
on
regulate
traditional
my
cupping,
cycle and reduce
which has
cramps
been
long
used for
term,
centuries
that would be
to
incredible.
promote circulation
Definitely
and
worth looking
healing.
into if you have a
I'm
lot of
interested
trouble
to
with
see how
period
they
pain.
incorporate
They also
that
have a
durable
pelvic
approach.
wellness
Me too.
session
It's
for the
interesting
same
how they're
price,
mixing these ancient
RM328. It's not
practices with modern
super clear what
technology.
it
They're trying to
involves,
give
but
you
it
the
seems
best
like
of
it's
both
focused on
worlds.
Exactly.
overall
And they
pelvic
also
health.
have this
Okay,
program
pelvic
called
health is
Men's
so
Vitality
important,
Support
and people don't
for
talk about it enough. I'm
RM328.
glad they have something for that.
But their website doesn't
All right,
really
so
give us
last but
many
not least,
details on
let's
what
talk
that
about this
is.
body
Maybe it's a
sculpting and
secret
wellness
men's
session.
business.
It's
We'll have to look into that
RM328.
later. And let's not
And it
forget
sounds
about their
like it's not
lymphatic
your
wellness
typical
session
weight
for
loss program.
RM328. They
Yeah,
say
they're
it's
really
all about
emphasizing a
promoting
balanced
detox
approach,
and balance,
combining
which
technology
is a
with
pretty
lifestyle
hot
changes.
topic in wellness these days.
Which is
Definitely.
good.
But
It's
before we
definitely
get
more
ahead
in
of
line with
ourselves,
where things are
let's
headed
stick
in
with
wellness
these
these days.
relaxation and muscle
Moving
comfort
away from
programs for
fad
now.
diets
What else do
and
they have in
focusing
that
on
category?
sustainable,
Okay, so we've
holistic
talked about
wellness.
I think that's a
bioresonance
really
and
good thing.
infrared.
So many weight
But
loss
I'm still
programs
not
just
sure I
want to give you
totally
these quick
understand how they
results,
actually work. Are
but
there any
they're not
studies or
realistic to
scientific
keep up
evidence
long
to back
term.
up their
Exactly.
claims?
It's more
Yeah,
about
that's a really good
building
question. You
healthy
always wanna be
habits that you
careful
can stick
about
with.
just believing
And it seems
what you
like Heal
see.
365 is
While
trying to give
infrared
people the
therapy has
tools
been
and
studied
support they
for
need
things
to
like
do that.
arthritis
Awesome. Okay,
and
so we've
muscle
covered a lot
soreness,
today,
the
from
research on
bioresonance
bioresonance
and
is a
infrared
bit
to
more
cupping
limited,
and pelvic wellness.
and it's
Heal
kind of
365 365 seems to
So it's
offer
not
a
exactly
pretty
like
unique set of
mainstream
services.
science?
Not
Before we
really.
wrap
Some
up,
people who
I'm
use
curious to hear
bioresonance
your
think it can
overall
help with a ton of
impressions.
health issues.
I think it's
But
great
for
that
the
they're
most part, the
blending
scientific
traditional and
community
modern
considers it an
approaches to
alternative
wellness,
therapy.
and
There's
that they
just
really
not
seem
enough
to care
evidence
about
to support
personalized
all the
care.
claims.
But it's important
So
to remember
it's a
that
little
some
bit
of
of
their
a gamble
methods,
then.
like
Like
the
maybe you'll feel
bioresonance,
better,
aren't
but there's no
scientifically
guarantee
proven
it's
yet.
actually
So
doing what
definitely
they're
do your
saying.
own research.
It's more about managing
and
your
don't get your hopes up
expectations,
too
I
high.
think.
Totally
If you're
agree.
looking
And of
for a
course, if you
treatment
have
that's
any
like
health
totally
conditions,
scientifically
always talk to your
proven,
doctor before trying any new
bioresonance
wellness
probably
program.
isn't the
But
way
for
to
anyone
go.
who's curious
But if you're open to
and
trying
open to trying
alternative approaches, and if you find
Feel
that it helps you
365 could be a
relax
good
or
option. They
manage
even have a
pain,
phone number on their website.
Then it might
if
be
you wanna
worth
learn more.
considering
oh,
as
right.
part of a
It's
bigger
plus
wellness
619
That makes sense. So it's all about figuring out what works best for you.
Awesome. So is Heal
Before we move
365
on,
the
can you
future
remind
of
me
wellness? It's
what
hard
they
to
say
say
for
the
sure,
benefits of that
but they're
energy
definitely doing
vitality
some interesting
session
things,
are.
and it
Sure.
will be interesting to see
Based
where
on
they
their
go from
website,
here.
it's supposed to
What
help
do you think
relax,
is the most important thing for our
boost
listeners
your
to
energy
take away
levels,
from all of this?
and just improve your overall
I think the
well-being.
biggest
They
thing
use
is to
the
remember that
bioresonance
wellness is
therapy
a
along with
journey. near and far
Not a
infrared to do
destination.
that.
Okay,
There's no
so if you're
one
feeling
right
stressed
answer
or
for
just run
everyone.
down, maybe the session
And what
could
works
help.
for one person might
Honestly,
not work
I'm
for
still
someone
really
else.
intrigued by the
The most
cupping.
important thing is to
Yeah, let's talk
find
about that
what
energy cupping
feels
session.
right
So
for you.
traditional cupping
and to
uses
be
these
informed.
I love
heated
that. So
cups
keep
placed on your skin
exploring,
to
keep
create
learning,
suction.
and keep
And it's
diving
supposed
deep
to
into the
improve blood
topics
flow,
that you care about.
relieve
That's what the
muscle
deep dive is
tension.
all about.
And some people even
Thanks
say
for
it helps
joining
with
us on
pain.
this journey into
This
the
one at
world of
Heal
Heal
365
365.
costs
Absolutely.
RM119.
Until next time,
I've heard that
stay curious.